Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another great Dark Beyond card review, and today, or well, I guess the next couple reviews, it's time zone issues with these reviews. Regardless, we're going over Druid cards, the next couple of reviews, and as always, are they going to break Hearthstone? Druid loves to break Hearthstone. There's some pretty good stuff here, some pretty crazy stuff actually. We're gonna take a look at these cards, review them, and if you want to win them, we have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter that giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. We're super close to that next 1,000, so get in there if you haven't already. So, starting off, we're just gonna go right out the gate here. This card looks pretty insane to me, like, yikes. This is the Stargazer, a new 8 mana, 8/8, a rare beast. So, got like, what was that old card? I can't even remember. Iron Bark Protector way back in the day. It was just an 8 mana, 8/8 taunt. So this is an elusive taunt, which also has Spell Burst. Give your hero +8 attack this turn and gain 8 armor. Isn't this just kind of like Guff, the quest reward of Guff from back in the day? It's more mana. It's not a battle cry, but Spell Burst, you got cards like Innervate and, you know, cheap spells like that. You know, 0 is pretty cheap. You can get a ton of damage as well as some life gain. Plus, you're getting an 8/8 elusive taunt. So that just seems good to me. Like, I don't know, you know, world where you normally these elusive taunts aren't that great. This actually does something when you play it, as long as you play a spell. You can push a ton of damage. 8 is nothing to, like, you know, scoff at. That's a lot. And 8 armor to also, you know, you don't die. That was the nice thing about that Guff quest reward. Even if you didn't exactly win on the spot with it, it like helped you stay alive. You got a taunt. This is kind of similar, but again, way more expensive, right? You can run 2 of these, and as a druid, you can ramp into it and then play it. Thankfully, Dorian recently got nerfed, although probably still playable. That, yeah, you could get like 2 Stargazers, one at 1 mana, one at 8, and then play 2 of them and do 16 damage. Like, that is a lot of damage, right? So I'm not writing this card off. This is, I know normally these 8 mana or elusive taunts are like whatever. That's just too much stuff. That's just too good in my opinion. That it's got to see play somewhere, right? At some point, they got to be like, all right, we give it that many things to do. It's got to see play. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard. I think this is a meta card in a, obviously like Ramp Druid, something like that. But at some point, right, it's something's got to give. So 3 out of 5 in standard. I'll give it 2 out of 5 in wild, where you can just like do just avionic card decks exist in like maybe in a Reno, maybe Reno Druid would play this. It's possible, which is a good deck right now. It's got a shot, but I'm still gonna go towards 2. But it's definitely got more merit to seeing play in wild than a lot of the cards I've given it to so far. So yeah, look out for that. That one is pretty darn spooky. Next, we have a new Choose One card, which will be very relevant for our legendary we'll take a look at. We have the Astral Phaser, a 2 mana arcane spell. So that also works with all your starship things that like do things with arcane spells. I think you can like repeat those, right? So that's something to consider. Choose one. You deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. So that's okay. Not amazing, but okay. Or you can make 1 dormant for two turns. And my assumption, because it says 2 random enemy minions or make 1 of those dormant for 2 turns, I'm assuming this can only target enemy minions, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can target your own stuff. There can be relevancy towards wanting to dormant your own card, right? Like Alonius, for example, dormanting that and then having it be able to come alive and then kill your opponent. It's way too slow, not good or anything, just something to consider, right? So overall, it's fine. Like Druid does struggle immensely with early removal. Like they have the mage 3 mana AoE they run. Basically, they just run that and Mista Vista like in Wild, for example, and it's worth it just for that 1 AoE. So having a card like this can be quite nice, but 2 damage is always like that. It just doesn't kill a lot. So many minions have 3 health or more in the early game that it might not just really make the cut. Unless, of course, you know, you got your starship piece going, and then this is really nice, right? So it's got possibilities for it. It's got that arcane tag, which is very relevant in this expansion for Druid. I'll give it a 3, just because, again, early removal is just not great for Druid right now. And the flexibility of, like, I can make something dormant and, like, deal with it later, which Druid really likes to try and deal with things later, right? That could be quite relevant. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in Standard. I think it has a legitimate shot of seeing play. And in Wild, yeah, I'm going to, again, lean towards a 2, where they have a lot more better options and probably don't play any of this stuff, to be honest with you. And that includes one of the weirdest, craziest... oh, by the way, I looked at the art here. Yes, Stunning Star does say choose an enemy. It goes dormant. So it's only enemy minions, no Alonia shenanigans or whatever you're considering. Okay. Next, we have what I consider to be just one of the weirdest legendaries. I really needed the video that we're going to show to kind of really understand how this card works. It is Ulu, the Ever Drifter. What an amazing piece of art on that card. I don't know if this has a signature or not. I don't really care because it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a 5 mana, 6/5 beast. And it says... each turn, this is in your hand, gain 2 random choose one choices. So I'm like, is it just like a generated pool of choose one choices? Is it what's in Standard? Well, let's take a look at the video and what it looks like. So as you can see, you're offered current Standard choose ones. I have asked the devs, but I haven't heard back. I'm assuming if you're playing this like in Wild, it'll pull from all the choose one options in Wild that are available. So basically, you're at the mercy of random on this card, but you can like cheat some mana. Like we saw, you could get like the 7 mana option to get treants, or you could get possibly, I guess in Wild, like Coon, and like refresh your mana, or gain a bunch of armor, right? There's different things that can happen with the card, but typically cards like this that have such a wide variance, and you only get to cast one of the choose one options, right? You don't get to play both and double dip. You might get like 2 really bad options and then 2 options that don't make sense, or there's an option that makes a lot of sense, but I had to wait until I could actually play it. I don't have the mana or whatever, right? It could be one of those situational things. It just doesn't feel to me to be like something you're going to want to hard run. It's so weird and situational, and again, clunky, and choose one cards in particular aren't amazing right now. You don't have like a Fandral in Standard effect like that, where you can really combine your choose one effects. That's all in Wild, where you have like the location and Fandral and the old Doom quest. I don't see this being a big meta player. I don't. It's a really unique, cool design card, I think. Maybe I'm wrong in like just the way that you might be able to scam some higher choose one stuff, but it's a card that could get really insane at some point, depending on what the pool of choose one is. I'm just not entirely sold, but you do get that premium statted body. You get a beast. There is a possibility for it. I don't know. The Druid legendaries have been they're either like terrible or broken. There's so few that are just like in between, right? We just got like that Loa where you get the locations that sucks. They buffed it. It still sucks. But you never know, right? I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I'm not sold on this being like a really consistent good card in Hearthstone. And in Wild, where how many choose one cards are there? Like there's just like no way this is good in Wild. I gotta give this a 1. Like I can't see a universe, even with all the effects that I mentioned, where you could get like both choose one effects, that I don't see it. But maybe there's something I'm missing. You can let me know over like how this card could be really darn solid. But overall, yeah, I don't think this is a great card, other than the artwork, which is absolutely a 5 out of 5. Anyways, that's it for now. We'll have some more card reviews like really early in the morning. Again, it's a weird time zone thing today. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.